Hey guys, how you doing? This is Adam Snyder here with the Homemade Entrepreneur. So today I want to talk to you guys about pawn shops. How you can make money by going into pawn shop, pretty much scouring everything they have, negotiating with them, and walking out of there with a pocket full or a bag full of profits. So, this past weekend I went to many pawn shops. Went to a lot of Pawn Pros, Cash America Pawn. That was the ticket. Hitting those and pretty much just negotiate. So some of the things I ended up jumping on were calculators, cameras, GPS, systems. I got one laptop. Got a bunch of PlayStation and Xbox accessories and games. Got a few tools. See what else I get. But cameras, those were my big things. I got a few handheld gaming systems. Some were just like Texas Hold'em, Wheel of Fortune, stuff like that. Others, we got PSP, some Game Boys, some Nintendo 3DS. I got two Nintendo 3DS XLs, so those were pretty good. I got them at a decent price too, which is the key. You gotta get everything at the right price. So, a couple months ago, in my coaching program, I actually gave out a starter guide for pawn shops. It's called From Pawn to Profit. So I gave out a little starter guide. So this month, in the month of February, I am going to release a full guide. It's going to be many videos. I'm already making some, but there is probably going to be probably about an hour worth of videos, just on tips to making money from pawn shops, what to buy. There's a whole guide of just inventory that I'm finding. Different models of calculators, cameras, laptops, gaming systems, what you should stay away from and why, tips to make a little bit more money, how you can negotiate better, how you get a better price even though the pawn shop can't sell it for that because it will lose money. How do you talk them down from their bottom, and how do you get it for a little bit less? There are tricks to doing that, which I'll show you. So if you want to be part of my my February coaching program, email me today. I'll put my email address up in the corner as well as in the description. Send me an email. January, I was slammed with emails, so I am bumping my coaching, my number down. I'm only going to do 15 people for the month of February because there's going to be a little bit more involved. Pawn shops you can make a lot of money, but take some time just to be able to figure out the right process, the right steps, the right strategy going into the pawn shop to be able to walk out with the inventory that you want. So if you want to be part of that, please email me soon. Spots will fill up fast, they always do. Okay, with that said, let's talk about some of the items that you can find. So if without going over the exact items that I did buy, which if you're not following me on Periscope or on Facebook, I recommend doing it. I'll put, Periscope is pretty easy, Homemade Entrepreneur. If you're on Periscope, go follow me, because I did put something up, I think Sunday morning. I shot a little video showing some of the stuff I bought from one of the pawn shops. So I showed the exact item. So if you want to see that stuff, go follow me on Periscope. Facebook, same thing. I'll be putting up videos as well as just pictures of what I've been buying. So if you're not following me, go do that. So some of the things I found that I didn't buy. I think it was a 600. I think it was a Nikon P600. I believe that was the number. The Nikon P600. They're asking 200 plus. I don't remember the exact price. You know, if somebody watched my Periscope video, let me know. I don't remember the exact price, but I know I brought it up in the Periscope video. They're asking 200 plus for this model. It was selling for about 2 something, so I'd make like, if I got for 200, I'd make about $13. Was what my profit was. So at $200, that was going to be a no. Spending $200, I would at least need to make, in order to be comfortable with it, I would at least would have needed to make at least $100, which was not going to happen for this particular camera. So I tried to get them, I believe, tried to get them down to, I think it was like 140. They wouldn't budge. They got down to, I think it was like 190. Even at 190, you know, the $23 profit just wasn't there. So a Nikon P600 at $200 or even $190, $23 profit. Some people would say $23 profit is still profit, still okay. But my thinking was, what if something happened to that? $23 is not enough profit. Okay, so I didn't jump on that. Another thing I found, which I found a bunch and they're all pretty much priced the same, is the TI 89 titaniums. Okay, so I found a bunch of these. So I found a bunch of the TI 89 titaniums. It's like the people from the pawn shops were looking on Amazon to see what they were selling for or something. I don't know. They're all priced at $79.99. Used, every single one was used, not brand new. I think they all came with a cord, and then they're packaged, they're shrink wrap, stuff like that. So you could test them out. I could test them through the shrink wrap, but they all worked. So $79.99 at that price. All these, I think I'd make like, I think it was like $4 or $5 off it. So that was a no at that price. I wanted to get it down to $55. $55 out the door. Out the door pretty much just means, you know, $55, that included tax. So if they sold it to me for $54, tax better not be more than $1 or else I'm not going to buy it. So one guy, I was able to talk to him. He agreed initially on $55, checked with his manager. She said no, she couldn't do it for more than or less than $65. So we tried going back and forth, and even if I get it for $60, I jumped on it, but she wouldn't budge from $65. So $65 decided, okay, I'm just gonna walk out the door, get my other stuff, and that was it. Another thing, there was a need to erase that, but anyway, there was a Dymo. I think it was the XL. So the XL is the one that does, this one had both of them, had the smaller, for smaller labels, plus the bigger one, side by side. I think it's called the XL. They had one of these used. They were asking I think they were asking $150 for it, or no, $130 for the XL. I tried to get them down to, I think it's $80. It was used. It looked pretty used, so I wanted to get them down to $80. And I think it was $80, and that was gonna give me enough to jump on it. They wouldn't come off of, I think they got down to like $115, which $115 is just a waste of my time to even try negotiating any further from there, because they weren't going to come down to my price. But you know, all these things, the same thing. You have to pick your item, which in the coaching program for February, I'm going to show you how you decide on what items you want to negotiate on and what items you are going to leave. Because sometimes you can buy, say you have, I kind of messed it up, but anyway, let's say you have, we're right over here. There we go. Let's say you have 5 items you're wanting to buy. 5 items you're wanting to buy, total of, let's say, $250. So if you have 5 items, $250, let's say you can get the whole thing down, you can talk every single item down. So let's say you get minus $5 on this one, minus 35 here, minus, 18 on this minus 21 minus 7. So you do all this. So you're negotiating every single item, figuring out, okay, I'm gonna get $5 off here, 35 off that one, $18 off that calculator, 21 off that that PS3 accessory or Xbox accessory, $7 off that calculator, and then it comes up to $250. And then once you get up to the counter, you want to see about negotiating this $250. Like, oh, you know what? All I got is $250. How about $250 out the door? So you're saving, let's say it's 8.5% sales tax. You're saving $22, something like that. So you're pretty much saving as much as that thing saved you right there. So there are steps, there are strategies to save money, to get your items. It comes from when you walk in the door. What type of presence you have, what you're buying, how much money you actually have to work with, what your profit margins are. Can you negotiate down on a certain thing and get it really, and that has great margins, but something else it's not as good, but you're kind of making up on the two items. There's different strategies. So talk about all that in the guide and the video. So if that's something you're interested in, please send me an email. The email is homemadeentrepreneur@gmail.com. Again, if you have any questions, send me an email there. If you have a question on the coaching program, what it entails. I'll do another video later this week, talk exactly what's going to be in the coaching program, but it's pretty much everything from last month plus my guide on from pawn to profit. So if you're interested in that, send me an email, homemadeentrepreneur@gmail.com. If you have any questions based on this strategy or just FBA in general, send me an email on the coaching, or comment below if it's just kind of basic, and answer those questions for you. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, click that button right there, become up to date, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright, you guys take care.